Get ready for your daily dose of marketing strategies and tactics from entrepreneurs with the guile and experience to help you find success in any marketing capacity. You're listening to Marketing School with your instructors, Neil Patel and Eric Su.
Welcome to another episode of Marketing School. I'm your host, Eric Su.
And I'm Neil Patel.
And today we're going to talk about when companies should hire a consultant versus when they should hire in-house versus when they should get an agency. This is a great one. I think we're going to have a lot to talk about here. Neil, why don't you kick things off?
I never really hire agencies. I only hire specific consultants to do specific tasks. I found that to be way cheaper. I get the work done much faster, and the quality is typically way better than if I hired an agency who's just going to outsource most of the stuff to like a newbie that they hired from college or Craigslist, and they're just teaching them the basics.
Love it. And I'm actually the same way. It's actually counterintuitive because I have an agency, and sometimes I'll end up talking to potential clients and I'll say, hey, our ultimate goal is to get you to graduate to hire somebody in-house or perhaps have a consultant. But sometimes, when somebody's starting out, they don't necessarily have the network and they kind of need to go to an agency, tap into their network of consultants or full-time people that they have to kind of get something done quickly. I get it. But overall, if I'm looking to build a new company, I'm probably not going to go with an agency. Same thing with Neil. I'm going to go with a consultant. I'm going to talk to my friends, talk to my network, see who's actually good out there. And like I mentioned, in past episodes, you can easily go to AngelList. So that's angel.co. And you can easily go to Indeed and even search for resumes that have certain keywords. Or you can do a tactic that I really like called forced hiring. So if you Google forced hiring growth everywhere, you're going to find a blog post that I wrote on Mark Roberge's, he was the chief revenue officer at HubSpot. And he talks about this one tactic that he does where, let's say with Neil, I go to Neil's LinkedIn profile and I click on his connections. And then after I click on that, I'm going to use an advanced search and I'm going to look for people that follow him that have a certain title. So it might say PPC or SEO in the title. And then I might reach out to Neil with 10 names of people that follow him. And I'll say, hey, Neil, what do you think about these 10 people? I noticed that they're on your list. Are these people good? And then Neil can come back and simply answer. It's as easy as that. And if you have people on your team, you can do literally the same thing too. You can just talk to them the next day, say, hey, I came up with a list of 10 people. Maybe, what are your thoughts on this person? This person, should I be talking to them? Are they a good fit for the team? So that's what you can do to get started. I think it's really, you do want to have a really proactive approach. I think the easy way is to just look for an agency and have them do stuff. And, here's the thing. With agencies, they're not going to understand your product fully. The same thing with consultants too, right? Ideally, you want to get to the point where you can hire people full-time because they're going to be working on it. They're going to understand your product or service completely. Agency, they have so many clients. They have hours to meet. They have to cap their hours. They can't give you all the time in the world. Some people will try to treat agencies like employees. It's just not how it works. So you have to be mindful of kind of how each relationship dynamic works.
Yeah, the other thing you need to really think about is, why do you want to hire someone in-house, an agency, or a consultant? Like, what's the point, right? Like, what are you looking for? If you're looking for someone to manage the whole process, then in-house is what's going to be the best solution for you. If you're looking just to get a specific task done, you can usually get a freelancer, which is even cheaper than a consultant or an agency. If you're looking for someone to help you with strategy, then a consultant or an agency can be great for you. But overall, the point I'm trying to make is, you have to figure out what your marketing needs are, and based on that, you can figure out who to hire. But you shouldn't look at it as, oh, here's my budget, and what should I hire because I have an unlimited budget or I can afford whatever I want. It's more so, what task are you looking to get done? Is it strategy-based? Is it design-based? Is it email-based? Because some things, for example, when it comes to writing copy, it doesn't matter who I hire. The best people tend to be freelance consultants. Agencies don't produce the best email copy or web-based copy. It's hard to find internal people that I can hire full-time that are exceptionally good copywriters. They're just freelancers / consultants. So certain types of people, you're going to have to outsource whether you like it or not, right? Link builders, we try to teach the process internally of outreach, but I found a few firms that just do a better job. Do I like paying them? Do I like paying agencies? No, but they're just more efficient at it, and it's much cheaper than hiring people internally full-time. So what I optimize for when I'm hiring is the cost and the potential result. So I look for the best ROI in essence, right? I don't care if something costs me $1,000, $10,000, or $100,000. I look at how much can I potentially make for it. And I tend to hire the agency, the consultant, or the in-house based on what's going to produce the highest ROI.
Love it. And one thing I see, I remember talking to a large hedge fund a couple months ago, and we're sitting down and, this person said, hey, we're looking to talk to you. We're looking to talk to all these other agencies. They started rattling off, a couple big agency brand names. And it just, it was all about big, big, big. And here's the thing, when you work with the big ones, like Neil and I mentioned earlier, you're going to be working with junior people. It's not really about the big name. Oftentimes when you're working with these massive names, you're really paying for the brand name and you're paying a premium price for junior level results. So really it's important for you to do your due diligence, look at how their process is, look at who the founders are exactly. Are the founders still involved? How are they marketing themselves? Believe it or not, a lot of marketing agencies suck at marketing themselves, which is very ironic. They have trouble generating leads from themselves. And if they can't even do that for themselves, if you ask them the question, hey, how do you generate leads? What is your sales process exactly? And how do you help clients? You just really dive into and interview them. And if you start to discover kinks in the armor, well, that's probably time to back away.
Yeah, and overall, when you're doing this whole process, just make sure you're doing what's right for you culturally too. It's not just about hiring someone for the results. If you don't see that consultant, that internal person, or even freelancer blending in with the culture of the team, they don't believe in the vision, it's not going to end up working out. I don't care how good they are. If just someone has different practices. For example, I once hired a really exceptionally good copywriter. They've made someone else literally over $6 million a year just from one sales letter. But some of their tactics that they're using in the copywriting were just unethical, at least in my eyes. Maybe other people wouldn't feel that way. And I wasn't willing to work with them, right? Like it just didn't work out. So make sure whoever you hire, they fit in with your beliefs culturally.
Love it. That's it for this episode of Marketing School. We'll see you in tomorrow's.
This session of Marketing School has come to a close. Be sure to subscribe for more daily marketing strategies and tactics to help you find the success you've always dreamed of. And don't forget to rate and review so we can continue to bring you the best daily content possible. We'll see you in class tomorrow, right here on Marketing School.